Today was gonna be a video on Galagos ruins, but because the last stage of floor 3 and like Shrekley's bugged cutscene keeps killing me non-stop, or the roads one-shots me when I got a cutscene going on or something. It's just really annoying. So today we're gonna do book effects. Are dupe summons good after you max 15 awaken? Yes, they are, so don't get discouraged when you summon a dupe of a max 15 unit. I'm going to talk a little more in depth about them though, and the best ways to increase them. If you like my videos and like all my content, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy dingy thing so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. Tip of the day. Should you be opening a secret dungeon daily? In my opinion, yes. If you're free to play. On average, it only takes about like 25 Rahil tickets to open a secret dungeon on the repeat request. Even if you don't want any of these LNDs on the rotation, I think you should always be opening this up. 1, you get 10 4-star shards daily. This is not only 50 Breath of Life in the Exchange Peace Shop, but it is 1/10 of a Nat 5 shard as well. And even if you have a max 15 awakened light and dark rotational secret dungeon monster here, you will get shards towards your book effect, which will help your monster out that you use. I open a secret dungeon every day. The more you know. Alright, so you've maxed awaken your water Chimera Taor. And you so happen to boom, you pull a dupe from a summon of baby bearded water Chimera Taor. Now the thing with Nat 5s, even if you've maxed awakened, dupes are good. At least until you get 14 of them. For Nat 5s, every book effect level is 20 shards. So that is 1 duplicate summon over the original. So you need a total of 15 Taors, which is 14 dupes, to max out his book effect to get defense plus 526. Now there's obviously better choices out there for book effects that you would want to prioritize on. But say you are building a Beth. Beth's secondary book effect is crit damage. This is huge. So if you build that Beth, the more Beths you get, the better overall end game, as book effects are an end game kind of status, or a whale kind of status. Now those are Nat 5s. Nat 4s are going to take a lot longer to max out their book effect. The higher level they go, the more dupes you actually need to increase the level. I was thinking that each book effect goes up by 1 dupe, but it's kind of weird how this works because 0 is at 20, level 1's 20 as well, level 2 is 40, level 3 is 40, level 4 is 60. But you need a lot more than Nat 5s, obviously. But you're going to be pulling them more because they have a higher chance to be summoned because they're natural 4-star monsters. 1 stars and 2 stars and 3 stars, their book effects, you need a ton of dupes to max them out. And obviously that's okay because you get them all the time. It's an end game grind. Their book effects are all towards all fire monsters. Or if they're water monsters, so on, wind, light, dark, they're all towards all the monsters in general. Same with 2 stars, same with 3 stars. Each monster has a different book effect, so you definitely want to max these out eventually too, and you will over time. It's the 4-star monsters and the 5-star monsters that are only specifically towards themselves. And not the monster overall. It's just that element. And like I said, each element of each monster is different. It's not the same on all. As you can see, Kumar's HP and accuracy. Chandra is defense and accuracy. Other example, Fire Magic Knight, attack and attack speed. But water is attack and resistance. Wind is attack and crit rate. They're all different, but specifically to themselves. So dupes are important because it'll increase that monster's stats. Book effects are also good in determining who was a better monster. For example, what I talked about in last video. We have a new collab of 3 new monsters. One is Water Narinha. She is very similar to one of the top damage dealers in this game, which is Wind Vampire Argan. Argan's second skill is a 3 mana cost, 3 hit damage that does 332 of attack and 49.8% based on the number of targets' harmful effects. Now Rinha's second skill, same thing, hits 3 times. The damage modifier is a little bit lower, 331.8 and 40.8% based on the number of harmful effects. Now, Wind Vampire has a book effect of attack and crit rate percent. Now, Rinha's is attack and crit damage. And whenever there is a book effect that can actually be capped, like 100% crit rate, that is something that is easily obtainable in runes. Now, Rinha's book effect is a lot better than Argan's. You need 14 dupes for 15.9% crit rate, where you can get 23% crit damage from 14 dupes. It's a no-brainer for me. Alright, now what is the best way to max out these book effects? You obviously gotta summon. That's the obvious answer, right? So get your credit cards out. But if you're free to play, I'm gonna at least tell you the most efficient way to do it. For 1-star to 2-star monsters, you need unknown scrolls. Now I talked about opening a secret dungeon every day. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. But I highly recommend just to do the repeat request calming the disturbance every day. This also comes with Breath of Growth tickets and Breath of Life. So you summon your unknown scrolls and you hope for something good like a 3-star, 4-star dupes or whatever, but usually it's just 1 and 2 stars, but that's okay. But not only are book effects good for your monsters, but they're obviously good for you because it increases your power level. And power level is very important. So you should be summoning unknown scrolls so you can increase your power level. The other way to get them is crafting. You can craft unknown scrolls and it is an unlimited amount. However, you need faint magic core, which is a very hard thing to farm, but I farm this pretty much every single time I am AFK. And it's not just for unknown scrolls. Faint magic core are used for a lot of different things like outfits, stuff like that. You can also get unknown scrolls from like guild requests, things like that. But repeat requests and crafting is probably the best way to get them. But now if you're looking for those 3-star, 4-star, 5-star dupes, you obviously need mystical summons, legendary summons, light and dark scrolls, transcendent scrolls, obviously summoning. But what else could speed up the process? Again, you can craft the daily one like I do every single day. I also craft the 3 weekly every single week. What you can also do is farm the exchange center. What you would be doing here is any Ralheel coins that you get from selling everything you can. For example, faint magic core. Every 10,000 Ralheel coins can net you 126 crystals because the furball guy takes 10% of your selling price. So technically you can farm all day long. Farm all the crafting materials you want between mining and alchemy and gems and whatever. And once you sell enough Ralheel coins to get 2,700 crystals, you could use those crystals on summoning. But that's how you farm mystical scrolls in Chronicles. There's no other place you can farm it. Unless there's like an event like the Valentine's one we just had, or you wait once a month for TOA to reset, which it does reset tomorrow, thank goodness. And while you're summoning, if you're not summoning on a banner, you're not focused on Wind Monkey King, and you don't want any of the collab units, but you have a bunch of mystical scrolls saved up, then the best way to max out your monsters in book effects is like I talked about yesterday, Altar's Blessing. You focus on the 4-star and 5-star units you use all the time, or the ones that you want to use in the future. To get those dupes, max Awaken 15 them, and then eventually max their book effect. Just because you have a max 15 Awaken Nat 5 monster doesn't mean you should just move on to the next one. For one, Devilmon skill ups are a rare ingredient to get. I mean, if you have enough Devilmons to work on a next Nat 5, then yeah, go do that, be that. Do you. You do you. But as free to play, there's no point to work on a next nat 5 if you can't even max skill it. A natural 5-star unit is worthless without max skills. Last but not least, if you are desperate or you're a whale spender, you could have like 200 shards of a unit that you don't plan on using ever. Like one good example would be Water Mermaid. But technically, maybe you're trying to max book Water Cult Gero. You could get 3 shards towards that max book effect by putting shards of someone that you don't want. Yeah, there's better things to do with your shards. I'm just telling you a different option, and it's probably for spenders. But that's it for today's video. I just want to talk about book effects today because this dude pisses me off. Let's watch this again, shall we? I can't move. I cannot move when this animation's going on. And this is what happens. You start using monsters that you don't typically use because all your stamina's gone. Fix it, come to us. If you like my videos, sub, like, ding a bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!